Good evening. Good evening. Hey, get on in here. Get on in here. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the Rich Live Show. Yes. Good evening to you. Hey, happy Tuesday evening. It feels good to be back. It feels good to be back. Y'all miss me? I miss y'all. Listen, welcome to the Rich Live Show. If this is your first time, get ready for a great conversation. I want to check on y'all. Hopefully y'all doing well. I'm doing well. Good evening, 42. Appreciate the roses. Hey, Jackie. Everybody else that joined. Hello, Veronica. And everyone else that's getting on the live. All right. So appreciate you. Share the link. All right. I got a good conversation I want to have. Good evening to you, beautiful Michelle and beautiful people. Who else is Miss Grippy? How you doing? All right. Street 42. I've been missing you, handsome. Good to see you. Thank you for the compliments. I'm real shy when you compliment me like that. Good evening, Shay. Good evening, everybody. What is this about? Who is CP? CP, what does that stand for? Listen, this is motivation, inspiration. I am a business and a life strategist. I play music on some days, but not today. You can read my link in the bio. What this is about, I'm just inspirational, motivational, inspiring people to live their best lives and do the best they can with what they have. And pick up your dreams if you put them down. Figure out where you got off so we can get back on. That kind of stuff, right? So appreciate you joining in. If this is your first time, share the link. All right. So I like to start off with a song. I just want to speak about. Listen, we're halfway. This is June. We're halfway through the year. A lot of us have made resolutions from January and forgotten about them. We're halfway through the year. And hopefully by the end of this conversation, I inspire you to stop making those false resolutions that you cannot remember halfway through the year. But what I will do is leave you with some gems that can get you through the rest of the year and the rest of your life realistically, and be prepared for what God has for you. Hello, Erica. Hello. So, hey, how you doing, Veronica? Y'all get on here, share the link. All right. Y'all know my song, right? I want to start off with my song. Y'all don't mind?
Okay. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. The sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. Baby in my arms, walking through the neighborhood, living in the present, not woulda, shoulda, or coulda. I remember back when I was low as a rug. Now I'm standing up, look at what my father does, turning all things new, gray skies blue. Hear the church say, won't he do it? I know he's got my back. That's why I'm singing that I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. Sun is shining down on me.
How you doing, B Bubbly?
Singing praise. I'm about to have a good
Message in the music, all right?
in every single way.
Make sure you're following, all right?
God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. It's a good day. No, it's great. Everything I prayed for didn't come in late. I got all I need and I didn't have to wait. Ask me if you love me, you didn't hesitate. Turning all things new, gray skies blue. Hear the church saying, won't he do it? I know he's got my back. That's why I'm singing that I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. Sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day.
Yes.
In every single
Good evening, Michelle Peace. Hey, Robin.
God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. It's a good day.
Yeah.
Na, 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 na.
Hey, Anna.
Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. It's a good day.
I love that song. That's Forrest Frank. It's called Good Day. Chop it up, be bubbly. It's a good day, right? I did Joy. How you doing? La na na. So shout out to everybody that's logged on, all right? So the conversation for today is, listen, first of all, I want to check on you, make sure you guys are doing well. I'm doing well. I'm busy this season. This is the summer season. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm a production manager, run my own production company. So this is the season where we're out there working. So that's why I've been coming on Fridays and mixing the days up. All right. So listen, I want to dive right into the conversation. This is mid-year, and some of us have gotten off track, and some of us have made resolutions that we knew we were not going to keep. Come on now, for real. Yes. So some of us have made these resolutions, and what were you talking about? It's nowhere near New Year's, right? A lot of us quit February. A lot of us quit March, April, May. And we're not even halfway. But now we're at the halfway point of the rest of the year. And the point I'm trying to make, how you doing, Talisha? Appreciate that. Thanks for the love. What I'm saying is, a lot of us are stuck because we keep making the same promises to ourselves. We're making the same promises to ourselves every year, over and over. Every day we're making the same promises. So I want to dive into the conversation on why a lot of us are not moving, and we're stuck in positions for so long, and we keep trying to self-counsel. We keep trying to tell ourselves that next year is my year. You know, next month is my month, whatever. We keep telling ourselves the same thing and coming up with the same results. Can anybody relate to what I'm saying? Hopefully we can break that habit that we have of telling ourselves things and trying to, for those who like to manifest, trying to manifest things, but not going through the whole protocol, not understanding that it takes more than you just to say it. You know, to my prayer warriors out there, a lot of us spend too much time praying and praying alone. A lot of us spend too much time manifesting things by saying it alone, and there's not a whole lot of things that are following. It takes a whole lot of things to make one thing happen. Sometimes it takes multiple things to happen for one thing to happen. All right, so I'm speaking to somebody. Greetings to you, Britt Miller, and everybody else. Get on in here. So, for example, let's take the body. I'm not a doctor, physician, anything like that. But the point I'm trying to make is sometimes it takes more than just one thing to get unstuck. It takes more than just one thing to get to your promise, to your goal, to your dream, to your vision. It takes just a little bit more than just one thing. For example, let's take our body, right? So if I was to ask you, good afternoon, Mitzi. If I was to ask somebody, how you doing, Cindy from Key West? If I was to ask somebody, what's the most important organ? What is the most important organ that we have in our body? I'm going to wait for somebody to tell me what's the most important organ that we have in our body. I'll wait. We're going to have a conversation. Let's have some engagement, right? I want to go back and forth. What's the most important organ? And don't be so, skin tells me a lot. Liver. Skin is very important. Skin is the largest organ. And a lot of people don't know skin is an actual organ. Somebody say liver. Some people say heart. Thanks, heart. And I'm gonna ask some more questions. Michelle say heart. Brandy say brain. Somebody say mind. Okay, Erica, brain. All right. So thank you. I love this engagement. I want to get us engaged, and I want us to start thinking. Okay. The point I'm trying to make is the body needs the brain, but the body needs the heart. The body needs the liver. The body needs the kidneys. The body needs all of its major organs to function. Sometimes we don't realize how significant the little things are to keep us functioning. The body will not function without any one of these major arteries. You get what I'm saying? Like the body won't function without the brain. The body won't function without the heart. The body don't function without the kidneys. It doesn't function without the liver. The body needs its organs, its parts. And what I'm saying is to do the thing that you would like to do, to become the person that you would like to be, it takes sometimes more than one part. It takes several pieces. You know, one would say that the most important thing that I have in this conversation would be this microphone, right? But this microphone needs to be connected to something so that you can hear me. And that something that is connected to needs to be connected to something else, which is the power. Like there's a multitude of things that are very important, but yet we may think they're insignificant. Where are you going with this conversation? I'll tell you in a second. Where I'm going in this conversation is that sometimes we're so dismissive on the smaller things, or we're so dismissive and we're focused on the larger things that we're dismissive to the smaller items. You know, like for your car, some people may say that the most important part of the car is the battery. Some people may say it's the engine. Some people may say a whole lot of things are the most important things to the car. But there's this thing called the ignition. It's one of the smallest components, but without the ignition, the car is useless. But a lot of us just skip to the engine, skip to the battery, the main big parts. And I'm saying that a lot of us are not where we should be or could be in our lives because we're skipping some of the most small, significant parts that are very, very, very important to get to where we need to go. See, when we hop in our vehicles, a lot of us don't think about the small wiring system. Did you know that one fuse can stop your engine from running altogether? But we don't pay attention to the fuse box. All we care about is the engine. As long as it runs, well, it won't run if that fuse blows. It won't run if that wire to the ignition is not connected. I think I'm talking to somebody. Some of us are trying to skip the small parts because they're small, but yet they're so significant. You know, we mentioned that the heart is one of the most important organs of our body, but if the vein that leads to the heart is not there, then the heart doesn't get the oxygen in the blood and the nutrients to be able to pump. So sometimes we forget about the little things and we think that they're so insignificant, but they're far more significant than we're giving credit to. And how does this transform into real life scenarios? It's the simple things that we're not doing for ourselves that sometimes prevent us from moving forward in life and leaves us in places where we're stuck. It's the simple things that we ignore. You know, I was speaking to a woman who's been with a narcissistic mate, with a narcissistic husband. And they've been together for years. And she's learned to normalize narcissistic behavior. The conversation is not about narcissism. The conversation is about the little things that we think are so insignificant. The name calling that she endured. The little subtle abuse. The little subtle disrespect. The little subtle things just kept happening over the years. And then it took for one of her adult children to see and hear some of the subtle things. And they realized that, Mom, you're in a narcissistic relationship. But she had been ignoring for years the little things that she thought were insignificant. I'm talking to somebody. So the conversation is about the little things are far more important than we're willing to believe. So a lot of times we're stuck because we're looking at the big picture, and it's the little things that leads to the big picture that we ignore that keeps us from moving forward. You know, little things like an on-time credit card payment, returning someone's phone call, opening your mail, decluttering your home, saying that little thing that you refuse to say that will break you free from bondage that psychologically binds you. The little things. Getting up 5 minutes earlier, 10 minutes earlier. Eating a little better. Walking just a little bit. The little things are so significant. You know, a battery runs a car. A battery runs almost everything. A AA battery can do so much, and we walk past batteries as if they're nothing. But when we need them, they're everything. But we treat batteries so insignificant. Some of us that are listening have pacemakers, but we don't pay attention to the pacemaker's battery. It's the little things that are so significant that we do not pay attention to. But we expect a big prize. We expect to win big. We expect and we desire big things. And we're so dismissive to little things, little people, little situations, little circumstances. I don't know. I guess I'm the only one willing to be honest. Somebody talk to me. Talisha said not having to stand in the line long, somebody showing a little patience when we need it the most. Little things. The little things. So what I'm saying, let me pull it all together for us. That's a good point, Talisha. Is, you know, your blessings sometimes come in the most insignificant way. It could be through a homeless person, a less fortunate person. It could be the fact that you may be missing a little humility. Maybe you think you're above mopping the floor. Maybe you think you're above some of the most simple things because you've grown and you've become so successful and you've been on your job for all these years. And some of us walk past the cleaning lady. Some of us walk past the guy that does the lawn and rakes and the custodial staff, and we forget the little things. It's so significant. And if we can apply these things to our life, like what are we overlooking? What are we taking for granted? Who are we taking for granted? What is it that I'm not paying attention that's so small? Like I said, the battery inside a pacemaker is so small, but no one pays attention to batteries. But people that have it need it to live. For those that have had heart surgery, and I know I have some listeners that have, they have these little stents, little balloons that they put in your arteries. They're very, very little. And they're so insignificant until you need them. What is it that we need that's so large that we're disappointed that we don't have? Because we're ignoring the most smallest component that ties us to it. What is small in your life that you're ignoring because you're so focused on what you want that is big? Thanks, Erica. I met a janitor who was a rocket science. I wouldn't be surprised. I use the word janitor because I used to be a janitor. I was a custodian. I used to mop, used to clean toilets. I used to cut the grass. I was that janitor. I was the janitor. And people dismissed me, and people didn't speak to me, and people treated me less than. And some of those people are my biggest fans. Be careful on how you treat the small things because they're so significant. All right, Mitzi said I was a janitor too. You never know where people come from. Not only that, you never know why we don't get to where we need to go, because a lot of times it's the small things. Hey, Jody Ann, how you doing from Jamaica? That's right, faith of a mustard seed. Hey, Loretta, thanks. So a lot of times it's not about being a janitor. It's not about being whatever you are. It's about, sometimes the smallest things is tied to the bigger picture. And one small thing that we all have that we can exercise a little bit more is called gratitude. Gratitude. Because a lot of times we pay so much attention to what we do not have that we fail to be grateful for what we do have. So it all boils down to humility and humbleness. Let's have a clean house. That's right, Mitzi. Be humble in what you do. The simple things that we can do to make our lives better are very insignificant. But most often, the simple things are very free. Life has led us to believe that it takes monetary value to be successful. But the truth of the matter is, to get to the monetary value, it is the most simplest things. It's the small things that matters. To the Uber drivers, the Lyft drivers, the people that deliver food, and it's the little things, because you may feel it's so insignificant, but you never know what somebody's going through when they get in your car. You never know what kind of day they have. You never know what kind of impact they can have. You never know how they can change your life. You never know. I've been able to affect and change people's lives in the most humble way, just by being an average Joe Blow and they had no idea that the way that they treated me would have made that much of a difference in their life. It's the little things, folks. What are we ignoring? What are we dismissive to? What are we not paying attention in our lives? Is it how we're being treated? It's how we're treating others. Is it something that we ignoring? Is it a bill collector? Is it something small with your health that causes you to have to take a medication that you can walk yourself out of? You know, is it a relationship that ended years ago, but you're still in it? The little things, the little things. Are we showing enough gratitude to the life that we have? Are we saying thank you enough? You know what's shocking sometimes is that, you know, I've been in different churches and organizations and faith-based places and stuff like that. And you know, sometimes I'm like, well, how could you serve and be bitter? How could you serve realistically and yell and be mean? Like how does that work there? How does blessing work together like that? Like, what is it that we're not doing small, and why are we expecting something big? Like I say, we're midway through the year and we had big plans for 2024. And a lot of us have forgotten the plans that we made. A lot of us have forgotten our vision board. A lot of us have forgotten our resolutions, because it's the small things that we needed to do to get to where we needed to go. But sometimes the small things appear to be so unfulfilling that we don't want to do them. All right. How about that? Can you hear me okay? So tell me what your thoughts are. Keep tapping the screen. Keep tapping the screen. Thanks to my moderators. So I just want to implore you to let you know that, you know, for the women that do their hair and men that shave with electric shavers, like, you know, we think about the actual hot curler. We're thinking about the blow dryer with it, but we never think about the little small cord that goes into the wall. It's the little things. Like, some things don't work without the little things. A lot of us want to be entrepreneurs and open businesses and be great and successful, but a lot of us don't want to do the little stuff. What are you overlooking? You have the key. You have everything. You have the tools. You're very significant to your next level. You're very significant. I don't think it necessarily involves a human being. I don't think it necessarily have to involve someone making a difference in your life. You can make the difference in your own life. You're very significant. But pay attention to the things that you think are very insignificant. Like the woman I was saying that was in an abusive relationship, didn't realize it because things were so settled. What are you ignoring in a subtle way that's hindering your life? I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking to myself. So, Bruni. All right, let me read this. Lady CK, how you doing? They say you speaking some real things. Michelle says all about the connection. You have to commit. Bruni say and be the change. Be the change that you want to see. And it sounds so cliche. A lot of stuff sounds so cliche, so much so that we're tone deaf to it. Get in the habit of starting where you are. Get in the habit of giving yourself grace and stop comparing yourself to where you want to be or where you want to end up, and start comparing yourself to where you were yesterday. Make tomorrow more powerful than yesterday. And if you do that 365 times, you'll advance your life at least by 5 years. That's a rich life fact. If you do something every day for at least 1 year, you advance yourself by at least 5 years. And it could be very profitable for you. Hey, Dorothy. So I just want to dial back a little bit and then understand that it is the most simple things in life that we pay no attention to that really, really could be the difference maker in our lives. Most people will walk over a penny. Most people will walk over a dime. Most people walk past a homeless person. If I get the opportunity to speak to someone that's homeless, I do. And I try to acquire as much knowledge as possible because there's so much wisdom hidden in everything. There's so much wisdom and knowledge that we don't seek out. You know, like little small chords. You know, me being a production guy, we use big, huge PA systems. Huge PA systems. We do concerts. And if I leave a chord, one little small chord, and I have done this before, I've left a chord behind and could not start the whole entire concert because that one chord made all the difference. But I had been seeing, you ever said this to yourself before? I know I seen it. And you keep seeing it and you ignoring it and you're not putting it where it belongs. You're not taking care of it. And it's so insignificant and you overlook it over and over again. And then you get to a place in your life where you need it and you cannot find it because you have treated it so insignificant. And that one little plug, that one little thing turn out being the game changer. And it is the most difficult thing to find when you really need it. I'll give you another example. You got your dress ready. You got your shoes, you did your hair, you did your makeup, you've been in the mirror, you're looking at yourself from the left to the right. You're beautiful, you're astonishing, this big gala, whatever it is you're getting ready for. You ready. You sharp as a whip. And you can't find your car keys. It's the small things that make the big goals so difficult to get to. I'm talking to somebody. Hey, Stephanie. Evelyn said, I give homeless people money. We all have stories. Yes, we do. Thanks, Evelyn, for your comment. So if you're one of those people that are willing to be honest with yourself and willing to really self-reflect, I really harp on doing audits, right? So I think that we all at some point should do self-audits. And audits is just being honest about the things that we're dismissive to, that we think is so insignificant, but yet and still it becomes one of the most significant factors that we ignore. So I want to start looking at the little things that we're not paying attention. What is it about our health? What is it about our relationships? What is it about our finances? What is it about where we work and what we do for a living? What's your spiritual game like? What's your religious game like? Like the little things that we ignore keeps us stuck. And we'll fight to get unstuck and step over the little things to fight to get unstuck and realize I'm still stuck. Because we stepped over something so small that we may have needed to get unstuck. Some of y'all can relate. For example, for all my folks that have these nice, beautiful homes that you live in, 2-story, basement, all that wonderful things, all the wonderful things that you have in your house. Beautiful homes. You got the blender, got a nice microwave and flat screen TV on the wall. Do you know that the circuit that runs your house is about this size? The size of a quarter could turn it all off. No one pays their circuit breaker in their home any attention until all the power goes off. Then all of a sudden you remember where your circuit breaker is. But we never pay attention to the circuit breaker. So it's the little things that we ignore, that we forget to maintain. We forget to keep the integrity of it right. What are you not paying attention to? Deal with it from the root. Let's stop with all this get there quick. There's no getting there quick. A lot of us live our lives like lotto, like scratch offs, pick 3, pick 4. A lot of us live our lives like we're going to get lucky. We live our lives like it's lotto, only to find out you didn't win and you got to start all over. And then you want to play again. I'm not saying don't play lotto. I'm saying a lot of us live our life like we're going to get lucky. And if you spent as half of the amount of energy and resources that you did to get lucky, if you spent that towards consistency and paying attention to the little things, oh my God, you have no idea what that would do for you. Everything is a process. Everything takes time. But a lot of us won't start because we're looking at the big picture. I'm talking to somebody. Hey, Bling Jules. So, let's stop being passive and remissive and dismissive to the things that are very important that we think are insignificant. You know, the little things is what helps us build to the bigger brand, the bigger version. So do self audits and ask yourself, what are you not paying attention to? A lot of us being in a place where we're not growing or not growing at the rate, it's because we're not doing audits of ourselves. And at some point, we're so focused at winning that we're constantly losing. I'll give you an example. Anybody have tennis shoes or shoes closed and have had a little pebble in the shoe? You ever walk with a pebble or rock or something in your shoe? Very tiny pebble, very tiny pebble in your shoe. Do you know how uncomfortable that is? It's the little thing that will make you walk with a limp. It's the little thing that will make your walk so uncomfortable. It's the little thing. It's that little pebble can throw all of your life off. But I think we keep ignoring the little pebbles, the rock in the shoes. And we're wondering why we're limping. i.e., hypertension, blood pressure, finances, relationships. All of these major problems come from little solutions that we don't take advantage of. If you go to work and you work on the second floor, if you walk up one flight of stairs to your building, one flight down for 52 weeks, you'll probably have a few miles under your belt for the year. Little things, but you go straight to the elevator. If you put 7 or 8 sugars in your coffee, if you went down 1 teaspoon for every cup, by the end of the year, you probably have consumed 2 or 3 pounds less sugar. The little things. If you had one less conversation about foolishness and converted that foolishness conversation towards self-improvement, self-development, watching tutorials, self-development, you'll be miles ahead of where we are right now. Bruni say, we get accustomed to enduring the norm. Right, you're so right. But when do we change our mindset? And what does that look like? Do we know how to even do that? Y'all agreeing with me, right? So that means that we're going to grow together, because y'all know exactly where I'm coming from, right, Sharon? Y'all can relate. So we're going to move to the next level, because we're not going to continue doing the things that we know don't work, right? We're going to break Shakespeare. We're going to break Shakespeare. We're better than that. We know better. So if you do things and you think about the rest of the year, and the reason that's why I started the conversation speaking about we're halfway through the year and we haven't met our goals. We're halfway through the year and we've forgotten our New Year's resolution. We're halfway through the year and we've fallen off and forgotten. So what I want to employ us to do starting today is start today and understand that if you cut 365 in half, you have 150 something. You have 152 and a half, right? Imagine if you put $2 a day away for the next $152 days. What happens is you get addicted to the growth of saving, and then the 2 will turn into 3, and then you'll begin to develop good habits. If you put 1 less teaspoon of sugar a month or a week, pretty soon you'll be able to take your coffee with just 1 teaspoon. If you just start the little things. If you don't want to exercise, this is going to sound really silly. Do 1 jumping jack a day. At the end of the year, you have 365 jumping jacks. But watch what happened on your 21st day of doing 1 jumping jack. By the time you get to 21 days of doing 1 jumping jack, you'll probably be doing 50. The small things. The small things. A lot of us say, I'm going to exercise, so you want to walk a mile, but you're not there yet. Walk from the front to the back. I'm just saying. I'm talking to somebody. Hopefully I'm helping somebody. Let me read these comments. So in order to get to the next level, we can't be passive on the little things. Talisha say we wait for the fire alarm to force us to walk the stairs. We do. That's a good point. So all I'm saying is that the mindset could change. See, what we try to do is a complete makeover, and we try to self-counsel ourselves, and we try to fix everything at one time. And I'm going to be like this explosive person. Watch next week. Watch me. Yeah, I'm watching you. You still the same. You're still the same. Stop expecting to just implode and just explode into this big rose. And hey, rose had to be in the dirt first. Flowers had to be in the dirt first. It's a process. We got to go through this process. And the truth of the matter is, it don't take as long as we think. We delay it because we keep starting over thinking that we're going to get the big bang. Did you know that back in the day when they fought wars, I'll give you an example, even to this day, a grenade. What holds a grenade together? A grenade can kill dozens of people. One grenade can kill dozens of people. But the caveat to what I'm saying is, it's a very small pin that holds a grenade together. It's the small things. It's the small things that could lead to explosive things. The grenade needs the pin, and the pin is the smallest part of the biggest explosion. What is small in your life that you are ignoring? I'm talking to somebody. Lady T, you hear me? Make sure y'all following the brother, all right? Listen, I'm just trying to make sense out of nonsense. What's nonsense is lying to ourselves. We have normalized lying to ourselves. And I don't mean that in an offensive way. I mean that we have really good intentions on doing some of these things. We have really good intentions on empowering ourselves. We have good intentions on changing the way that we behave, and we have really good intentions on changing our mindsets. But somehow or another, we manage to end up in the same place. And a lot of us are stuck. But see, here's the dangerous thing about being stuck. Even though you're stuck, your age is not. So if you stuck and your age is continuing to go, that's not a good thing. Don't end up being 5-10 years older in the same place where you were 5-10 years ago. See, because that's not a healthy stuck. It's not a healthy stuck. Hopefully I'm talking to somebody. So wherever you are to get to where you need to be, it's the small things. You're not going to walk out your house and run a marathon. You're not going to go into your bank account and have thousands of dollars, I remember when I was younger, and I'm be full transparent. When I was younger, I used to wait for income tax checks because I knew I could be irresponsible as a young man. And I knew once a year, come February, March, April, I was going to be rich again. See, a lot of us live irresponsible because we know at some point we get relief. But as you get older, you get less relief. And then you become more responsible or accountable for your lack of relief because you are now your own relief. So, what I'm saying in a nutshell, kids, if you have kids, they were once little. Whatever you instilled in them when they were little, you have to begin to relinquish and let it go as they get bigger. You can't really save adults. You save them when they're little, one day at a time, so they can grow into something that becomes productive. A lot of us are holding on to big problems that are no longer ours. Relationships. Where we are right now, and I'm not judging you, I'm not judging anybody that's listening. I'm just basically having a conversation. Hopefully it sticks to somebody. Whoever you are and wherever you are, you're 100% vested into you. You made this major investment into yourself one day at a time to get to where you are. So if you are overweight, unhealthy, or financially strapped, or just psychologically stuck, it just didn't happen overnight. It happens over a period of time. We invest in our mess over a period of time. So the same way it took us a while to get there, it's going to take us a while to get from it, but we have to be assertive and intentional on moving the needle in the right direction. But we do that by starting today. You don't know how many folks I speak to that are expecting a better life when something else happens. Oh, when I get my degree, when I go back to school, when my kid graduate, when I get my check, when I a lot of us are stuck in that win. The win is now. The win is today. The win is in this moment. The win is when you look at you and see that you're responsible for you. It's not your spouse's responsibility. It's not your girlfriend, your boyfriend. It's not your kid's responsibility. It's not your boss' responsibility. Happiness is choice. Fulfillment is choice. It's all based on an investment, but the investments that you need to make is small, that you sometimes overlook. I'm just saying, who am I talking to? I've been in business for, I want to say, close to 18 years. I've been in business for 18 years. I started with one little thing at a time. I remember I was doing weddings with cell phones, with video phones. When phones started videoing, I used to do weddings with a cell phone. Then I got me a camera and a bigger camera. Every time I did an event, I little by little grew. Now I have a camera crew. I used to DJ little house parties with speakers, and then they got bigger and bigger and bigger. And now I'm doing concerts. Don't dismiss the small things. Whatever you stepping over, whatever you ignoring, whatever you keep seeing that you need to move and you need to take care of, the more you ignore it, the more you're responsible for being stuck. Humble beginnings. Who am I talking to? Who's willing to be honest? Hey, Dr. Casey Winans, how are you? Thank you for joining. So this conversation is hopefully inspirational to somebody, because the goal is, and I'm speaking from my own experience, I was always expecting to make it to the top. And I thought I was going to bypass people because I was so talented. I thought I was going to grow exponentially because I was so much better than my peers. But the truth of the matter is, I may have been more talented. My products may have been better. But while I was trying to make it to the top, they were taking one step at a time. This is a true story. I remember, and I'm not going to call it because he may be listening, but I remember when I was a janitor. I was a janitor for the school board. And this other guy, a good friend of mine, he was a security guard for the same school board. We worked together. He was security the building, and I would clean the building. And we used to always have these little competitions. And he said, I'm in college, and I'm going to get my master's degree, and I'm going to be a police chief. So he said, one day I'll be your boss. But he was constantly looking at the big picture. He was going to school to be the police chief. He was going to school to be a police chief. I went to the academy, graduated. I came back to visit him. And he said, don't worry. When I get my master's degree, I'm going to start off and I'm going to be a police chief. I'm going to be your boss. And then I became a detective, and I came back to visit him. He said, don't worry, I got one more year in school. And every time I went back, I was in a new position. Now, midway through my career, he's still a security guard. I'd gotten so high, I didn't want to be a police chief. I just chose another career. I just chose to do a different path, but I was offered an opportunity, several opportunities to be a police chief. But I love this. I love people. I love helping people. But he retired as security guard. I was doing the small things, and I was growing. And I was growing. I was growing. I started doing bigger things because I was doing smaller things. He retired, security officer. I retired with one of the most decorated resumes that an individual could have. I have a day named after me. I have so many proclamations, not award, I have proclamations. The point that I'm trying to make is that I did the small things. What are you ignoring? What's small in your life that's preventing you from being big? What do you need to fix? Where's there a hole? Where's there a leak? What relationship you need to get rid of? What you need to forgive yourself about? What damage was caused to you that you're still holding on? What part of your past that you haven't let go? What are the small things that you have accumulated that have become a mountain of things that you need to get rid of? You got to be honest with yourself to be able to get to the next level. You got to be able to forgive yourself, forgive others, but then you got to let go some stuff. You know, there are people that have wealth in their family or successful people in their family, and they believe that they can skip the stages of life. And that is damaging. Get out there and see what life has to offer, and be humble. and begin somewhere. But do it healed, like Robin said. Every step you take matters, Talisha. You're absolutely right. Thanks, Jennifer. Thank you for all the roses and gifts. Good evening, be blessed. So if you're trying to get somewhere in life and you're wondering why you're stuck, I think you should do a self-audit. Self-audit basically means you should do this frequently. What are you giving your time to? What are you giving your energy to? Who are you giving your time to? Who are you giving your energy to? Your finance flows where your energy goes. Your health flows where your energy goes. Your health flows where your time goes. Everything flows cohesiveness or cohesively. Everything flows together. Who you marry, who you cohabitate with, who you spend your time with, who you tell your secrets to, like all of this stuff matters. A lot of us are broken because we're sharing our gifts and our desires and our goals and our aspirations with other broken people. I'm just saying. So know that you're welcome, Jennifer. Know that you're significant. And I started speaking about parts, car parts, parts of your house, parts of your body. Like everything is so significant to everything, and everything matters. And just like in science, the fact that we are here on this earth, we take up space. So everything that occupies any level of space is considered matter. You matter. And you are more significant than you think. Just like I say, the car battery could be huge and it could be supercharged, but that little wire, if it's not connected, that wire matters. Everything matters. So when you start hearing people say, no, it don't matter, it matters. It matters. You matter. You are a significant part to the world's puzzle. You are. Hey, OBJ, how are you? You're significant. If you're married or single, it's so easy to think that you're not significant. Most people appreciate you in your absence. You don't think you're valuable? You have a family? Disappear. You don't think you're valuable? Don't go to work for a few days. You don't think you're valuable? Don't cook. You don't think you're valuable? Don't clean. Go on strike. You don't think you're valuable? You are extremely significant. People will have you believing that what you do and who you are is not significant. But the truth of the matter is, you're extremely important. See, just because the light is not on you, just because you're not on the big stage, just because your bank account is not huge and you're not popular, don't think for a second you're not significant. Take away Beyonce's behind the scene team and tell me how well she does. Take all the janitors out of every building. Take away all the garbage men. Take away all the landscapers. Take away all the teachers and tell me that they're not significant. I'm just saying. every one of us is significant. Every one of us are powerful. Every one of us are leaders. Bam. It's going to be so hard. Before I leave, I'm gonna drill this into your head. Every single one of you are leaders. Every single one of you. And I know what you're thinking. If we're all leaders, then who's going to follow? And that's the mindset that messed us up. We believe that some of us are slated to follow. The truth of the matter is we're all intended to be leaders. Prospectively, you can lead in any position, in any place where you are. But society has taught us that there's a hierarchy of leadership. Leadership is not a position. Leadership is not a title. Leadership is an action. It really is. Your supervisor can supervise, but may not be a good leader. Managers manage what leaders create. Subordinates carry out the goals and visions that leaders create. Society created us to believe that we're all meant to be employees. But the truth of the matter is God made you a boss. God made you a leader. Some of us opted not to lead because we bought into the concept that everybody can't be a leader, and that's not true. If he made you in his image, then you're a leader. If you're not leading, that's your choice. Leadership is not a title. It's not a position. It's an action. It's internal. See, I love being a CEO. I love being a boss because I get to create and then someone manage my creation. So if you're a leader, you can lead in your own right, your own perspective, whatever you're doing. See, I worked for Burger King, and I'm going to hop off in a few, but I worked for Burger King. And when I was working for Burger King, it was like a bad thing. Like people were embarrassed. You know, my peers were embarrassed to work at Burger King. When they gave me the Whopper grill, I was the leader of the Whopper grill. Therefore, I got more hours because I spit out more Whoppers than anybody ever could in Burger King. I became the leader of everything I've ever done. Therefore, now in my life, I continue to lead. Be a boss at who you are. Be the leader of who you are. Good evening, Miss D. How are you? Be blessed. Say, if you don't have a great leader, then the followers will not be great. We learn from the actions we do. Be what God wants you to be, according to Evelyn. Yeah, I agree with you. Everyone's destined to be great. It's up to you, Michelle. It's up to everybody that's on this live. It is up to you. Take your life and take control of it, and understand that you were destined to be great, and you have everything you need within yourself. It's all here. If you can reset that and stop skipping over the little things, and understand that by December, your life could be different by December if you started right now. Whether it's financial, health, spiritual, mental, psychological, whatever it is that you need, you can be a lot better by the end of the year if you started today. If you started with the small things, please get out of your own way and let the journey begin. Mitzi say, be a good leader. Everybody, wherever you go tomorrow, whatever you do, and whoever you do it for, if you be the best and be a leader of that thing you do for the rest of the year, I promise you, your life will look different in 2025. Always be a student. Always be a student. You can never know too much, but at the end of the day, keep it humble. Never dismiss humble beginnings, and stop and remember every light that's on in your home and every vehicle that you drive and every place that you go, from a plane, a train, a bus, or a vehicle, any vehicle or a boat, it all needs something very small to run. Everything is ran by something small. The big planes that we travel on, you can pull one wire and it can go down, or it can never take off. Sometimes it's the most insignificant things that makes life so complicated. Let's take care of the little business so we can get to the big business. All right. So hopefully I was able to bless you with some information that can help you. Please do a self-audit. Understand that where your energy goes. Please understand where your energy goes is where your finances flows. Everything that you give energy to will develop. Everything that you water will grow. Everything that you feed, it will fuel you. Everything that you invest in will give you returns. It's up to you to determine if it's a good investment. Who you're investing your time with, who you're investing your money with or into, where you're investing your energy, where you're investing. Like right now, this information is an investment to you. What you do with it and how it gives its return is on you. This is some good, solid information. So be careful how you invest your time, your energy, and your resources. Evaluate, self-audit, reciprocity. Is it giving you what you deserve? Is it matching you? Is there a return on your investment on what you're giving out? Relationship. Is it balanced? I'm just saying. These are questions that we can ask ourselves to get from this place of being stuck. And the conversation, and I'm going to wrap up, the conversation started about, where we were in the beginning of the year of, the beginning of January. We had all these great goals. This is going to be our year. This is going to be our year. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And we were lying to ourselves, and we're halfway through the year. And I'm saying that there's hope. If we change our mindset right now, we have the rest of the year to do it small so that it ends up big. But it has to start now. You'll be impressed with the results. You'll be impressed. So you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. It's been a blessing speaking to y'all. Hopefully y'all got something from it. Make sure you're following. I'm here each and every Tuesday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're following me, and also go to the network, the website, And download the free books that we have there. We have there's an entrepreneurship book. There's a book about relationships there. There's some free information. Just go check it out. And if you want to support what we're doing, we're self-funded. We can use your support. So if you want to donate, that's cool as well. But I'm going to keep bringing this heat. I'm going to keep bringing these gems, regardless. As long as God allows me to show up, I'm going to show up and just keep blessing you because somebody blessed me. All right. Purple high heels. Miss you too. All right. So hopefully, you guys got something from this. I'm going to try to post this later on for those who missed it. All right. So no, Rich Live loves you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. It is a good day. And I'm going to leave us on this note. Thank you, Bridget. Love you. Love all you beautiful people. All right. It's a good day. Don't go anywhere. Listen to this song. All right.
Okay. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say.
Hey. I'm my mom here. Hey, Mom. And all the other people here. Veronica, Miss Thrasher, Miss Freeman, all you beautiful people. Thank you. Silver Fox. All right. Appreciate all the love. All right. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great rest of the year. Let me tell you something. You want to be blessed? Listen to this song.
Okay. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. The sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. Baby in my arms, walking through the neighborhood, living in the present, not woulda, shoulda, or coulda. I remember back when I was low as a rug. Now I'm standing up, look at what my father does, turning all things new, gray skies blue. Hear the church say, won't he do it? I know he's got my back. That's why I'm singing that I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. The sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. The God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. It's a good day, no, it's great. Everything I prayed for didn't come in late. I got all I need and I didn't have to wait. Ask me if you love me, you didn't hesitate.
It's called Good Day. Forrest Frank. Forrest Frank.
He's got my back.
Yes, it's beautiful.
That's why I'm singing that I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. Sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day.